This conference will now be recorded.
Can someone so that I can make him as a presenter? Okay. So uh, yeah, because already this laptop is the all the setup. So just I want to show you that how you are going to do the basic setup. These things we will do it only once. Once we done the setup, then we need not to worry about the installation of the things. Yeah. If somebody PC is not installed, like if your internet speed is good, then if you give the access or if you share your screen, I will tell you that so how what are the things is required and what you are going to install. Like now how to install that we can discuss. Okay, no problem. If nobody is taking voluntarily, yeah. So what we'll do here is the basic things whenever when you are when for these sessions, the basic installations. What are the things it's required is so. Let me open Notepad, and first one is JDK. Yeah, then we are going to say it as a Eclipse. Then you install the Git. These are three things minimum is required. Then we are going to install the Maven or Gradle we are going to install. For time being, this is the three things we required here. So the JDK, Eclipse, and Git. So dev env environment we are going to set up. Okay. First thing is JDK, then Eclipse, then you are going to install the Git. If I'm taking here JDK installation, it is a very simple and straightforward. We need not to do any special here. JDK, just you can go and browse for the JDK 1.8, or if you are downloading the latest version also, that is fine. So here we are going to download this JDK 8. Okay, here we have a JDK 17 is the latest version. It is available. We can take JDK 7 and we can install that. Yeah. Uh, Now we required the JDK 8 we required. You can scroll down where you will find the version which you are looking for that. Here we have a JDK Windows we required. Yeah, if you click on that Windows, you'll get the JDK installer. You are going to get it here. Yeah. This JDK installer, during when you are getting the JDK installer, it will ask you the login. It will ask you the login. Okay, as a user, you have to log in this. Yeah, once you log in, oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, once you log in, it this is going to download automatically. So once you log in this, so then it's automatically JDK is going to be downloaded here. So for your reference, I'm going to put this is a link. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to add uh, the link here. I'm going to add it here. This is a link where you can download the JDK 8. You can download. If you want to install the latest version, you want to try with the latest version, you can go with that. There is no problem. Once you are done with this JDK installation, the installation is a very simple and straightforward. We need to follow the installation wizard. Like, no, this is what it is going to be downloaded once you are done with that JDK. This is an executable file. It's going to download in case of the Windows. You just click on next, next, next. So just you follow the installation wizard. You follow that, and then JDK and the JRE is going to install into uh, the default directory. It is going to install. I think don't change any of these default directories. It will be installing in program files. It will install the Java folder. Inside that, it's going to keep the JDK and JRE. Both it is going to be installed. This is the thing. It happens. Yeah. Uh, we can uninstall and install, but it may take a couple of minutes. So I don't want to waste the time on that. Yeah. uh, because once download is happened, then it's a simple straightforward simple approach. Just don't change any of those installation directories. Just you click on next, next, next. You click on, and you while installing, you just ensure that where is the location it is taking. Where is the location it is taking? Just use you take care of that. Okay, once you're done with that, whether your JDK installation in modern operating systems, automatically it will take and it will set it in your path variables. If not, again you need to do explicitly setting those variables in path variables. You have to set that here. To do this here, first we need to check that whether my variables is set properly or not. You open the command prompt, you just type the java-version. It will tell you that what is the version of the JDK is available. Then you are going to say that here java c-version, what is the compiler version, you can see this here. If these two commands will give the properly like no messages, then that means the installation is successful. So java-version, and here we are going to say that java c version, we are going to say that here java compiler and java interpreter both are available. Runtime environment and the java compiler both are available, then there is no problem. If it is saying that java when you are typing, so you are getting the some option java c when you are typing, if it says unknown command when it says that, so then you go to the your c drive, windows c drive, where you have installed the jdk. You can go to the java and jdk. You can copy this path. You can copy this path. uh, you go to the environment variables, edit environment variables, and this is a place where you can say, this is a place you can say edit environment variables. You can define the jdk home where it is. Okay, this is a jdk home. I have taken from the, I have made a one more copy in a c drive. I have kept the jdk. Okay, hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you can take this c drive jdk, and here we are going to set that what is a jdk home, java underscore home you are going to define here, like no. So you will be defining the java underscore home where it is installed here. Now in this case, either I can go with the, I have two copies, I made it here java, and here we can take the jdk. This is a java home, you are going to take this here. This is a place where you are going to say that java home, and uh, path variables you will have the java home, and where is your uh, in path variable you can take the till the bin directory. Till the bin directory you can take it here, and in the path you add the, this one thing at the end, you add it here. Okay, path already you will have the several other things you will be having here. You add the one more variable, you add it here. Please don't delete any of these path variables. Yeah, so when you're adding that inside, what you are going to do that, just you are going to click on edit, and you will be adding the what is the bin directory. Till bin directory you are going to add it here. So this is a one more variable you need to set that here. Yeah, this is a class path we are going to in a path variable you are going to tell that where your executable files are available. So this is a basic setup you need to do when you are not getting the, when your system is not recognizing the java c command and the java command. What is that? What is that? Why do you need to set these variables? Now here, if you go to the bin directory, all your Java and Java C compiler, like no Java command is here, Java C compiler is here. Okay, there are other commands are available here. These commands, in order to make it available for all the users, system level, to make it available to access the anywhere from your anywhere from the command prompt, we will do the setting up of setup of the these variables in the environment variables you are going to do the setup. Once you have done that, so now then you can go, you close that command prompt. If it is not open, you close that command prompt. Then here I'm going to run once again cmd. So I'll be using the Java C. So we should get the option, like no. So Java C and Java, we are going to get both the options you will be getting here. This is a all these are the things we need to do when you're doing the Java setup. By default, the modern operating systems will take that. You need not to set these variables. In case if it is not taking that, you are going to tell that where your Java is installed. In path variables, you are going to append the bin directory. So to tell that these are the places where your executable files are available. Yeah. In case if it is not working properly, you can do this. Now here we did the Java installation, we did that. Okay, when you're installing the Java, it is going to it is install the two things. One is a JDK, another one is a JRE. One is a JDK and another one is a JRE. JDK is a Java development kit, JRE is a Java runtime environment. So when you take the Java is a programming language, along with the, you can say that it is also a platform. Java is a programming language and it is also a platform. So what does it mean? Whenever you install the JDK on your operating system, on top of your operating system, Java is going to create its own sandbox, and in that sandbox, all your programs are going to run. To run your applications, we require the JRE. To develop the applications, to compile your applications, we require the JDK. JDK is a Java development kit, and where this contains the necessary tools and debuggers to develop the applications. What are the tools and debuggers? What are the things it's required? Everything will be present in JDK. And JRE is a runtime environment. So especially when you're installing your Java JDK software in your client missions, we require the JRE. There we don't require the JDK. So JDK is only required in development missions where you are going to compile that code or you are going to debug that code. We require the JDK. So to run the Java executable files, that's a jar files, we require the JRE. As a developer, ensure that you have installed the JDK. JDK internally contains the JRE. Yeah, JDK internally contains the JRE. So we can use the this JDK installation. But when you are installing here, this is going to install the two things, JDK and JRE, both are going to be installed here. If you are using only JRE in your machine, so again, you can run that application, but to develop the applications, we require the JDK. JDK is a Java development kit and JRE is a Java runtime environment. Now here, if you are taking here Java Java API docs, API documentation. If you look at this Java API documentation, you can go to the any one of these any one of these. Okay, we'll look at the JDK 8 documentation, Java 8 API documentation. I'm going to look at this here, and this is a place where you can see here Java Standard Edition API documentation. This is at an high level. Okay, API documentation. If you're taking here, or Java platform, if you are taking here, and there is something called the JDK. What are the JDK things it contains? And the JDK internally contains the JRE, and our JRE also you can install this separately. You can install here. So this is a Java language. So the tools and tools APIs are, these are the tools and tool APIs are provided by the language related stuff. It will be having the Java, Java C, Java Docs, jar, Java P. Okay, these all some of the tools to develop the to when you're creating the Java applications, we will be using that here. And JRE is a Java runtime environment. Like no, I can open this in a new tab, JDK. So JRE and JDK. So what is a JDK and what is a JRE? Okay. So they have given the very elaborate explanation about the each component they have given here. So at a high level, you can take it as this is a JDK internally contains the JRE, and JRE is or runtime environment where it will have the virtual machine and all other stuff it will be having in JRE. So like JDK is a which is required for developing the application. So it contains the tools and required tools for developing the application. Suppose if you look at the API documentation, now this is a place where you will see what are the packages are available in Java. And suppose if I'm taking the one of the package, so it will tell you that java.lang package. If I'm taking here java.lang package, this lang package has got the what are the classes, what are the interfaces, enums, exceptions, errors, and annotation types. Suppose if I'm looking at the string class, okay, in this package I'm looking at the class name called the string class. I'm looking at that. So if you click on that, it will give you the what are the methods are available, description about the class, constructors, what are the constructors are available, all the methods, what are the static methods in this class, instance method, concrete methods, yeah, uh, the instance method and concrete methods and the deprecated methods. So which are not in used. So these all the methods you will get it here. Suppose all methods will be by default, it will be enabled. So when you see that method, deprecated methods, that means that methods are available, but it is not recommended to use. So such a methods we call it as a deprecated method. Yeah. So this is about the API documentation, especially when you are started working in Java. Sometimes what happens is here you will get a doubt. Yeah, you will get a doubt. Hey, whether string class has got the reverse method or not. Like no, you can see here. Like no, is there any reverse method? There is no reverse method. Or you got the doubt. A substring method, will it take the upper bound or not? Suppose if I'm taking the substring method, which is going to give the substring, it is going to give it here. And I want to know whether it is takes the end index or not. Like now you click on this and it will give you the help. Returns the that's returns a string that is a substring of the string. The substring specified the beginning index and end index minus one. Oh, now I understood that. So this is not going to take the end index. Always it will take the end index minus one. It is going to take it here. That's the like example they have given. Hamburger they are taking here 4 comma 8. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 means it is going to take the minus 1. Yeah. So this is urge it is going to take it here. So this is the way you will get a clear documentation about this APIs. Typically what happens when you are developing applications, most of the times we'll use the Eclipse, but sometimes what happens you want to know the clear documentation about the what are these class methods are it offering and how the method has been implemented. If you want to see that, you can come to the API documentation. So this is what very often people will look at that, and you should know how this API documentation, how to look at the API documentation. This is very simple and straightforward. Like it will show you the all the packages, and when you click on that, it will show you the what are the classes and what are the things are available. And when you click on the particular class, it is going to show the details of the class. The class typically consists of the uh, methods, and the methods also we have a different types of methods are available, constructors and static method, instance methods, those methods. And when you take the packages will have the interfaces, classes, and enums, exceptions, and errors, and annotation types. These are the typical types it will have. And sometimes some packages may not have the like no annotation types and errors and exceptions. It may not have it. So, but the generally when you take that the types of the classes are whatever you are going to code, we will be taking here. These classes and enum exceptions are also a classes it is a kind of a class. It's not kind of a class, it is a class, but it has got the special behavior. Yeah. These are the things the packages contains. As a Java developer, you must know how to look at this documentation. Yeah. So Java API documentation, just I'm going to put this here. Okay. Let me add this here. API documentation, I'm going to add this here. Yeah. This is a API documentation. We can see here. API docs. Yeah. Now, uh, we are done with that. Now, first of all, what is this Java? And you want to know the more about the Java, just we are going to take the Java tutorial. You can type it here from Oracle. Oracle. Just you will say that Oracle. This guys has given the beautiful documentation they have given here. Now, when you take this here, getting started, what is Java technology and phenomena? So, if you look at here, what about Java language? Java language. If you take that here, okay, let me put this link as well, so that when you're doing the reading, it may be helpful. Yeah, cool. So it is going to say that here, Java, uh, about Java technology. It's a both programming language and a platform. Java is not only programming language; it is also a platform. It's a software-based platform. Like now, on top of your operating system, Java is going to install here. These are the, you can say it as a buzzwords, or the features of Java. You can say that here. It's a simple language and it's object oriented, distributed, multi-threaded, architectural neutral, portable, high performance, and robust and secured. So these are the some of the features of the Java. We can say that here. We will be learning each and everything. So the simple means, it doesn't mean that you can learn Java language in overnight. The simple means it's Java is not something it is it is created by keeping the target is they want to develop the one programming language. It is you can say that they were trying something with the existing languages, and they found that there are some issues with the existing programming language. With that, they could not solve their business problems, and they went and started enhancing the existing languages, and from there they created the new language, that's a Java. Okay, if you take the C and C++, it is a platform dependent. Once you run it in Java, once you compile that programs, directly it is going to generate executable files, and those executable files are specific to the environment, and they want to solve that problem. And then there is a difficult concepts in Java, C and C++, pointers, virtual functions, and friend functions, then memory management. Those all the things as a developer we need to take care. But in case of the Java, so internally Java is going to take your memory management, and the pointers and virtual functions, friend functions, those are confusing concepts has been eliminated, and they made it as their programming language is simple. So it is object oriented. It's a pure object oriented programming language. So everything we'll write it in a class, and object we'll write it here. So remaining features we'll touch that as and when it's required, as and when we are discussing that here. Now here, if you want to know about the each buzzword, and how this is this line this keywords has been in this buzzwords has been introduced, you can see, you can look at the white paper which is available in this directory. It is available here, in this link it is available. Now here, when you take that Java, so how these Java programs are going to work? Now we have installed the Java and the Jdk. We install that here, and Java is a programming language. We said that here. Whenever you say that programming language, where you can solve the some you can do the some computations, you can do that here. You can do some mathematical calculations, you can do some computations, you can do that here. So how do I write my Java program, and what is the basic syntax for writing the Java program, and how my Java program is going to execute? So this is what we will be discussing here. Whenever you are writing your Java program, so you will write the file name extension is .java, like now .xl, .docs, .docx, .sql. So how you have extensions, the Java files will have the extension .java. And here the file names in Java, it should be same as your class name. It should be same as your class name. Uh, Suppose if you are writing let me take it here. I'm going to open the one notepad I'm opening here. So this is a notepad I opened in this directory. I'm going to write a simple program. I'm going to write it here. Before that, So let's take it as a, okay, this is eraser. Okay, so suppose you are solving a simple problem. Let's take it here. Uh, Forget about the programming. Now you have a, uh, yeah, the three people, three persons ages you are having. Let's take it as a, this is a, oh my goodness, this is bad. Okay, let me use the MS Paint. Yeah. So now let's take it here. You are solving a simple problem without using the any programming language background, or without thinking about any programming languages. Now you want to solve a simple problem. You have a person one age, and person two age, and person three age you are having here. We need to find the, what is the total age, what is their sum of their ages, and what is the average age. What is the average age? This is a simple problem you are taking here. Like, no, when you have a three persons age, when you are writing on the paper also, you will take like this. Okay, P1, hey, what is his age? P2, what is his age? P3, what is his age? So on the paper, you are going to take it here. Suppose this age is 20, and I'm going to take the 23, and I'm going to take the 24. 24 I'm taking here. These are the three persons ages we got it here. Now what I need to find? I need to find the sum. I'm going to take it here sum. You will be saying that P1 plus P2 plus P3. Okay, P3. So when you're writing on the paper, you will not do this here. Like, no, you will be saying that 20 plus 23 plus, and then you are going to say it as a 24. So what are the values you are going to sum up? And this summation, sum value, you are going to store it into this variable. You will represent that. Then you need to find the average. AVG equal to, you are going to do that as a sum divided by, I know that there is a three persons age sum. This is, if I'm dividing with the three, I'll get the average. This is a way we have done in school mathematics also. We have done that. And whenever you have, whenever you are solving the problem, whether you will do that mapping in mind, or you may write it on the paper, like, then you will do that. Or you can say that, no, directly you'll tell the calculator, and you are going to first to take the 20, then you're taking the 23, 24, and then finally you will find the average. This same simple problem, I want to write it in, I want to say, no, let's take it as a, my program should take the 20 from the 20 and 20, like, no, whatever the person one age, person two age, person three age, it has to take the dynamically from the user. Then it should find the sum and average. It should find that here. Now this is a place where we need to solve this problem by using the programming language. So we have to choose first what is the programming language we are going to work with that. Like, either you can choose the Python or Java, or whatever the programming language we are learning. But here we have chosen the Java. We have chosen the Java. We have chosen that programming language. Now first thing is, I should know, whenever you are learning the programming languages, we should have the basic understanding of the basic knowledge of the, what are the this language consists of. Okay, whenever you are learning any native languages, first you will learn about the alphabets, then you are going to learn about the words and the sentences. This is same thing we will be doing even in case of the programming languages also. Like, programming languages, when you're using, what are the alphabet they are going to use it, and what are the keywords they have, and what are the data types they are having here, what are the identifiers they are having. So this the basic things we should know about that. Like, when you are taking here, first year we are declaring the one variable. We will say that here we are saying it as a one variable. I'm saying it as a, this is a one variable. So when you take, this is a memory management. If you are taking here, this is the entire memory. If I'm taking here, the computer's memory I'm taking here, I'm creating the one memory location. In this location, I'm going to put the one value 20. I'm going to put the 20, and here we are naming it as a P1. This I'm naming it as a P1. Now, when you are allocating the memory, you should tell how much memory you required. When you are telling the your Java program, hey, you allocate the memory, you are saying that when you are allocating the memory, you should tell that how much memory is required, how much memory is required, or what type of data you are going to store it in a this particular location. You need to tell that here. That we call it as a data types. Okay, that we call it as a data types, and these data types are typically we have the we'll deal with the in application. So character data types, number data types, and the number also again we have a integer data types and floating point data types and boolean data types. And we have a another one is a boolean data types we are having here. So if you look at this total, we have a like the byte. There is a something called the short int. Okay, byte short, and we are going to take the char int float long double. Okay, boolean. So these are the data types you are having in Java: byte, short, char, int, float, double, long, and boolean. Boolean, we are having the data types. When you are dealing with the numbers, we will use the byte, short, or int, and then float, long, double value. You are going to use it here. Since I know that this is an integer value, age is an integer value, so we are going to get the integer values. We will declare it as a this variable. Hey, you declare the variable int p1 and you assign with the 20. That means you are saying that, hey, you allocate the 4 bytes of memory in the RAM, yeah, memory location, and you assign that value with the 20. So this is an variable. Like if you look at here, this is a data type. This is the name of the variable. This is the operator, equal operator, and this is a value I'm assigning that here. Now, when this statement is executed, what this Java does is that it will reserve a 4 bytes of memory in the memory location, and it will put the value into the 20 into that, and that location name is given it as a P1. The same thing it will be repeated for the P2, and here we are going to take the P2, and here we are taking the P3. Now this is going to create a one more variable. This is sum. Sum it is going to be created here, P1, P2, P3. So this is a place where sum it is going to take it here, this variable. Now this P1 plus P2 plus P3, it will be performed in there is a memory area called the stack area. It will take that. It will take this expression. First, it will push the P1, that's a 20. Then it will push the 20 plus operator. Then it is going to push the 23, and it does the adding of these things, and it is going to become the 43. Then again plus operator. Then you have a 20. Okay. Then it is going to be 63. 20 and 23 and 24, sorry, 24. So then this value will be, what are the value you are getting here, 67. It is going to take it here, 67. This 67 will be put it inside the sum variable. Then finally you want to get the average. So one more variable will be created, average equal to, this is a floating point value. I'm going to take it here, average. This average value 67 divided by 3, what are the result you will get it here, that is a 33 point, it is going to take it as a 00. So it will take now 32.00. It is going to take that here. How to handle that floating point values, we'll discuss that. The way you have written on the paper, the same thing you are going to write it in programming you are writing here. Here we don't tell that what is the data types and all these things. Here we'll tell the data types, and remaining things, everything is the same. Everything is the same. And when you are writing the Java program, first we need to write a class. I'm going to take the class, public class. Whatever you write it here, you are going to write it in a class. Now here, what is the name of the class? What is the name of the class? Like a public is the access specifier, class is a keyword. And what is the name of the class? I'm going to take it as my class name is sum and avg of sum and average of three numbers. Okay, this class name is a little lengthy. Okay, sum and average, I'm going to take it here. This is a class, and whenever you open the class, you are going to open the curly brace and you are going to close it here. We did that, like, opening the curly braces. This is the beginning of the your class. This is the end of the class. Now here, what do you want to do? You want to find the sum of three numbers and you have to find the average. First, your program execution starts from the main method, public static void main string array args. This is a main method signature in Java. Okay, this is a public static. This is a public method, static method. It is not going to return any value. And here we are going to say it as a main method, which is going to take the string array as an argument. Now here you will be writing your logic. What is the logic you want to write it here? You want to find the sum and average of the three numbers. Like, no, this is a number one. I'm going to take it here. Let me assign the some value. We are hard coding the values. So later, once we learn that how to get the user input, we'll see that here. This is a number two. So which I'm going to take the 25. And here we are going to take it as a int number three equal to, I'm taking the 22. And finally, we are going to find the sum. Int sum equal to number one plus number two plus, and here we are taking the number three. Then here we want to find the average. Float avg equal to sum divided by 3 or 3.0 f. I'm going to take it here. This is a floating point value I'm taking here. Now, if you look at this here, we declared the three numbers we declared here, and we assign some values at the time of creating that variable itself. We are initializing that value. Then finally we found the sum. The result is going to store it into the sum variable, and here calculating the average, sum divided by 3.0f. This is a floating point value I'm taking here because we want to get the average as the result as a float value. Now finally we want to display the result. To print the output on the console, we will use the class name called the system. Okay, whenever you see here the capital S, whatever it starts with the capital S, this is either class or interface. System is a class, and system class has got the one field called the out. Then it has got the one method called the println. What do you want to print it here? The sum is, we are going to print it as the sum value. I'm going to print it here. What are the message you are going to write it? Your message you will be putting inside the double quotes. What are the variable you are going to print? We will be printing in without double quotes. You are going to type that here. The sum is plus, first it is going to print this, and we are appending the sum value we are going to append here. So the same thing you are going to do it here. System.out.println. Okay, here we are going to say that the average. Okay, so average is just, we are going to say that here, just the sum is, the average is, yeah, I'll be printing the avg. Please observe carefully. Whenever you are writing the statement, every statement will be terminated with the semicolon. Yeah, this is the end of the statement. You can write it in everything in one line also. Okay, this is the way you are going to do this here. Like, no, this is the three variables you declared here: number one, number two, number three. So it is always a good, like, you keep it in a separate lines. You put that here and separated with the end statement. End statement you are going to separate here. It's more readable here. Now the next one is we are adding that, and this is an expression. So the expression is the combination of operator and operand. So finally we are calculating the result. Then we are going to find the average, and what are the result you want to print it, you are printing here. It's so far so good. Now this is like a English language. We have written it in a high level language. You have written here. Now how do I execute this? How do I execute this? I have written a somewhat like, Java program I have written. Before executing that, the first you take this class name, and here we are going to save as, and I'll be taking here, yeah, I'm going to save it in one directory. I'm going to save that here. Okay, let me dir. If I'm looking at here, I have so many other directories I'm having here. Yesterday we created a one directory. This is a Java March 2022. We created the directory. Yeah, I'm going to save it in that same directory. I'm going to save this here. Yeah, I'm going to, this is a directory, and here we created the, yeah, this is a location I created here. And when you are creating this file, ensure that you're going to save your program, Java program, with the same name. Okay. Yeah. Here we are going to put it in no double quotes. You put that here, sum and avg dot java. You are going to save this here. In case of the Windows, if you put it inside the double quotes, by default it is going to take the what are the extension you are giving here. Sum and average. I'm going to save it in this directory. Cool. Now I have done that here. I have saved my program also. CD. I'm going to say it as a March. Okay, the directory name you have, I have given it as a, yeah, this is a Java hyphen March. So dir, I can see here there is a two sum and average program we are having here. dl start dot okay, classes dir. If I'm looking at here, I have a yesterday what are the example hello world you have written, and now here have a sum and average. Now this language, this what are the Java program I have written, I have to compile that program. I have to compile that program. I have written a Java program, then we need to compile this program. So during this compilation time, whatever the high level language you have written, so this should convert into the what machine I can understand. For that purpose, whether you for that purpose we are using the either compiler or interpreter, you are going to use it here. Now here when I'm using the Java compiler, Java C, the sum and average, when I'm compiling this here, if there is no syntax errors, this will generate a dot class file. It won't generate the executable file directly, it will generate a dot class file. This dot class file contains the bytecode instructions which are specific to the JVM, which are specific to the JVM. Now here, when I compile this program, it is generated the intermediate code it's generated, and this dot class file you can take and you can run on any operating system. Like now, even though we compiled on Windows, this dot class file you can go and run it on Mac, or you can run it on like Ubuntu or Linux, Windows family. You can go and run this here. Once it's generated, it will generate the intermediate file, that is a dot class file. This dot class file contains the bytecode instructions. This bytecode has to be executed. We need to execute these bytecodes. For that purpose, we need to start the Java runtime environment. So far, what we are doing here, we are developing the application we compiled, but to execute this program, we need to start the Java runtime environment. To start the Java runtime environment, we use the command called the Java. You will say that sum and average. You don't give the dot class or anything. Just you are going to give the Java. Hey, you start the Java runtime environment, and you load this class, and this class has got the main method, and we have written the main method. The program execution starts from the main. First it will create these three variables are going to be created, then it will create this sum variable by computing this result, then it finds the average. Finally it's going to print the system.out.println, both the statements it will be printed here. Now I'm doing here Java. You run this program. Hey, sum is 70, average is it's going to print the 23.3334. This is a value it's printing here. Now here the thing is that we need to understand, when you write your Java program, it will be compiled and it is going to generate a dot class file. This dot class file are specific to the JVM. Wherever JVM is present, regardless of what operating system you are using, if JVM is present, then you can run your dot class files. You can run it here. When you run this dot class file, so JVM is going to JVM is going to load that class into the memory, and it will allocate the memory locations. Like it will create a variables, and what are the computations you are doing, everything will be performed, and finally the output is going to be shown on the your console. Like now it's going to display the output on the console. The like now in the here it is going to show that this is what it will be showing the output. So at a high level, this is the way the program is going to execute. First, you write the Java program, then you are going to compile. Like you can run on any operating system wherever JVM is present. Wherever JVM is present. Where is this JVM? JRE internally contains the JVM. You can run it on Windows, you can run it Unix or Mac, you can run it here. This is, we call it as a platform independent. So once you compile, run on any operating system, you can say that here. This is what the basically Java program executes. The way the Java program executes here, first you are going to write it in a class, and we are writing a main method. Then finally you are going to save that file as the same as a class name dot Java extension. Then this is a program needs to be compiled. To compile that program, we use the command called the Java C. Java C command is which is going to compile your program. If there is no compilation errors, it will generate the intermediate file, that's a dot class file. To execute this dot class file, we need to start the Java runtime environment, and you have to tell that which class it needs to be executed. You will be giving the that's a class name. So finally, the JVM starts that by loading this class. Then it will calls the main method, and what are the code you have written, what are the logic you have written. That code is going to be executed here. These are our basic programs are going to work. Yeah. Any questions so far, guys? Yeah, I'm continuously speaking without asking. Anyone has any questions? Shall I go ahead? Yeah,
No, yeah.
yeah, fine. Okay. Now let's take it as another example. Another example, we are going to take it here. Let's take a simple example. Now here you have I'll tell you this a small story. Yeah, yeah. You are like no. This is a number of people. Okay, just we can take it as a instead of number of people and all those things. Just let me take it as here. You have a number. Okay, you have a number. We don't know what is the value here. What is the value? We don't know. What is this value it contains here. Now here you this is a people. Let's take it as a okay uh, for the sim for easy and understanding purpose. I'm saying that you are arranging a picnic, and you have put the open form, like no anybody can like no register, and they can come, and they can come for the picnic. Yeah. Now we don't know how many people are they are going to register, but you need to book a cab for them. Everybody, we need to book a cab. Okay, not everybody, like no you are going to you are asking them to come to the one place. Whoever registered for this program, they all are coming to the one place. They are coming here. We have a bunch of people. We don't know how many are there. Now you need to book the cab, and cab has got the restriction. The maximum they will allow only 3 people. The maximum they will allow only 3 people. Yeah, this is the only restriction we are having here. We don't know how many people are coming for this register, and till the last minute we will not know about that. uh, are you might be knowing also. Yeah, now at the end, the cab capacity is only 3. Now what do you need to do here? You need to book a cab. You need to book a cabs. Okay, how many number of cabs you need? How many number of cabs? How many number of cabs you need? We need to find that here. Okay, now here we have a 2 input parameters. What is that? You know number of people, and you know the cab capacity. You need to find the how many cabs are required. How many cabs are required? We need to find that here. Yeah, if this is a problem is given to you, how are you going to solve this? Let's take a simple example. Now I have a 9 people. How many cabs are going to book? The the people who are coming for this picnic, there is only 9 people. How many caps do
Three
you
caps.
book?
Three
Three
caps.
caps. Very good. You are getting the 11 people are registered for this, or they are coming for this. How many caps do you book?
4.
4
Four. You are
plus.
going, yeah, four. You are going to book that here.
That is
Suppose if it is coming it as a 10 people, how many caps do you book?
4. 3 plus
4 caps.
4.
Four. How are you coming up this number? Suppose I have a around 909,974,3. This many people are there. Okay. How many caps are going to book? You have come up with some formula here. The same formula can be applied here. What is the formula you have come up with here? So
Divide
when
by
I say
3.
divided by 3,
Total number
yeah.
of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Total number of people by 3.
Capacity. Yeah, capacity. We are going to take it here. Yeah. Okay. Total number of by 3. If I'm doing here, total number of by 3. Here we said that as a 4. Here you said the 3. Suppose if I'm dividing with this 11 with the 3, 3 threes are 9. There is a 2. Remainder is 2. How did you say that it's a 4? And in this case, how did you say that it's a 3? Am I correct? Yeah, whether it's a small number or big number, the calculation will be the same. Your solution is I'm going to divide with the number of people with the cap capacity. If remainder is a 0, I'm saying that as a I required only 3 caps. If remainder is not 0, then you are saying that I need a 1 extra cap. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
This this is what okay. This okay. This is what you are solving that. Like no, it's a simple problem. Hey, when I'm dividing the number of people with the cap capacity, if I get the remainder as a 0, that's a quotient. What are the value I required here? If not, I required a 1 cap extra. I required a, if it is not 0, I required a 1 cap extra I required here. Now here we need to understand there is a 2 operators I'm using here. There is something called the modulus operator. There is something called the division operator. So when you take the arithmetic operator, there is a plus, minus, multiplication. These are the these are the arithmetic operators. Okay, these things are very simple, straightforward, like plus, minus, and these things, and the division also this. And here we will be discussing about the modulus operator. When you take the modulus operator always returns the remainder. What does it mean? Now you are dividing the 9 divided by 2. When you're taking here, mathematically you will say that it's a 4.5. Yeah, when you're taking here 4.5. But when you divide the integer value with the another integer values, always returns the result as an integer. It won't return the floating point value. Integer value, if I'm dividing with the another integer value, the result will be always a integer value. That means 2, 9. When I'm dividing it with the 2 fours are 8, remainder is 1. The division operator always returns the quotient. What is the value? 4, it is going to return this expression. Now, one more question, let me ask you this here. 3 divided by 6. 3 divided by 6. What is the output? Now I'm dividing the with the 6, I'm dividing with the 3. Okay, 0.0, I'm going to put it here. Okay, this is going to add the 6. Okay, then you are going to put the 0.5, you are going to add it here, so which is going to be a 30, and we will get it here. But this two integer value always returns the only integer part. It doesn't take the floating point value. Whenever you are dividing the small number with the big number, the small number when you're dividing with the big number, always the expression is going to return the 0 because both are integer values. Both are integer values. Now let me ask you one more question. 27 divided by 9. What would be the output?
3.
3. 3 divided by 2. What is the output? 3
Five.
divided
1.
by 2.
1.
1. Okay.
3.
Yeah. So
0.
this is a
But
no
1.
1. Yeah. 2 divided by 5. What is the output?
0.
Very good.
0.4.
Yeah.
0.
Fine. Now when you take the modulus operator, the same thing if I'm doing here, 9 modulus of 2, it is going to give the remainder. It is going to give the remainder. Yeah. Remainder. What is the remainder value? 1.
1.
Yeah. Now here I'm going to say it as a 6 modulus of 3. What is the remainder?
0. 0.
0. Very good.
0.
Now here we are going to take the 3 modulus of 6. Whenever you are doing the modulus operator with the small number, always that small number will be the remainder. Always that small number will be the remainder. Now, quickly let me ask this. Yeah. Now here I'm going to take it here. 3 modulus of 6. 6 divided by 3. 6 modulus of 9. 9 modulus of 6. 9 divided by 6. Yeah, can someone quickly tell that? In case of the modulus operator, what is the value?
3.
3, 2,
3.
6.
3. 2.
3, 2.
6.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
3.
3.
3.
1.
Yeah, 1.
1. Got it? Yeah, this is what you are going to get it here. Now, the cab problem, what are the cab problem you are going to take it here? You are going to solve that. This is the way you are going to solve it here. Now, what do you do? What you are going to do that here? Hey, I have a count of people. I have a count. It is, we don't know what is the value it is stored, but we know that there is a count. There is a capacity, the cap capacity. We know what is the cap capacity upfront. We know that here, or if you don't know also, that's okay. We can use that here. Now, how many caps are required? Required caps, number of caps is required. How are you going to calculate this? So this calculation we need to do that here. Now here we are going to say that here, if count number of people modulus of capacity. If I'm taking the capacity, if it is equal to 0, if this value is equal to 0, number of caps is required how many? Number of caps equal to count divided by capacity. That's it. We don't have any change. If not, that means the modulus operator not return the 0.
I am unable to hear. Lakshman, are you talking?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Lakshman.
I think 60 minutes gone.
Hey guys, sorry. I think there is some issue with the. Uh, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Yeah,
Yes.
there was a small issue. I was thrown out of the meeting. Okay. Hello. Yeah, guys. There was some issue with the uh, this is our go-to meeting. Okay, I'm not able to get the admin privilege. So we'll stop today here and we'll continue tomorrow from where we stopped. Yeah, tomorrow we'll ensure that this problem will not happen. And another thing is the session will start at 9:10. Sorry, 7:10. Yeah, so don't join at 7 o'clock. Just join at 7:10. Yeah, 7:10 to 8:20 we'll continue. Yeah, 7:10 to 8:20. Yeah, yeah. Is this fine?
Yes.
7 is fine, sir. No, for you. We are in the EST
Yeah,
time. 7 is fine. 7 to 8 is fine, sir. For us.
yeah, fine. Then yeah, cool.
7 to
We'll
7 to
continue.
8.
7 to 8, or I may join 2 or 3 minutes late. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir. It's fine.
Yeah.
2 3 minutes
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you, guys. See you
So,
tomorrow.
so
Yeah.
what are we going to talk tomorrow?
See, first initially we'll be discussing about the fundamentals, like no, until we get the familiar with the basic how you are going to declare all the fundamental concepts I'm going to discuss. Suppose if you are already familiar with that, I think you can if you are free to skip those sessions. But I would strongly recommend, like no, just to you can continue in that session. So we will not discuss more into the, like no, Java and how the things are going to do that. We'll take a small problems and we'll come up with the solution around how you are going to solve programmatically. I will be explaining that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys, and see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.